the time of my life.
We have so much depth, we have so much emotion, we have so much more to say and to create.
It's a really, really close, tight environment as well. This is definitely different.
Feels a bit strange to have a camera in my face again and, make myself talk. The funny thing is I've been kind of documenting my life since the beginning of the year, and on average I've been traveling to a new country twice a month, which feels so busy that I never really got the chance to kind of go through everything and reflect a little bit on what's happening. I kind of let life happen to me, which is very fun while it's happening, but sometimes you can get so lost into it that you just see the dates on the calendar roll one after the other and you're like, oh, it's like almost May now. So I was like, I need to go on another trip to find myself again and to ground myself. Currently I'm driving from Lisbon to Porto because I'm doing something that I could only dream of. I'm hosting my first ever retreat, and as you know, I've been building kind of quietly her film school on the side for the last 3 years, and this thing evolved from being a course, being a cohort, to now having our first live event. We're gonna be like 9-10 women in a villa in Portugal doing yoga, talking about filmmaking, business, and you know what, life. Just so tired. I'm so tired. I'm fed up with opening Instagram, opening YouTube, and only seeing those guys, with their cool cars, talking about the big business ideas that they have and how they're acting on them, and just being a little bit full of it. Now, don't get me wrong, I think some of them are really amazing people, but I'm just tired of that whole flexing, see how cool my life is, without me actually being vulnerable in front of the camera and telling you what exactly I'm building, what exactly I'm going through, but only kind of showing you the highlights. I'm tired of that. I really want to come here and tell you what really is happening and how I really feel, and I miss a female voice on the internet. And in the fast-paced world that we're currently living in, with AI giving us information the second we ask for it, it's very hard to actually sustain true friendships and true relationships, which is why I'm so excited about this retreat, because we get to see each other in person. We have to travel, we have to take time of our lives to get here, spend time with each other, and connect. And through that connection, through those conversations, flow is achieved, inspiration is achieved, creativity is achieved. And once that reservoir is filled with those new ideas, with this fresh energy, then, only then, you're able to go out into the world and give something from yourself. Otherwise, you're only taking, from scrolling on social media and being like, oh, I want to be like that, oh, I want to be like this, but you have no one to actually discuss those ideas with and focus on the process of actually making that happen. Due to our constant evolution as people, and first of all, the industry is changing, but we're evolving as well. We're learning new things day by day, and we tend to always, our personal brand tends to always fall behind and represent the yesterday's version of ourselves rather than the one today. Like, who am I today is going to be different than who am I tomorrow. So how do I bring that along on my personal brand journey? I'm currently headed to the pool because the weather is amazing. And oh my god, I'm having the time of my life. We already had the keynote in the morning with Julie. We also had morning yoga, which, we just started the day without touching our phones, just moving our bodies and getting into this beautiful energy. Look at this place. And then we had the most amazing lunch prepared by this local family, Emilia and Pedro. If you're watching this, thank you very much. And also yesterday we had a private chef come into the villa and cook for us. And when I say I'm living my best life, this is what I mean. This is where you find me, away from clients, away from work. This is my place. And I've been having such amazing conversations with the other girls, and I'm just incredibly happy to be here. There's something so special about having a female-only trip, because especially with social media, we get lost in the content that looks so perfect and we compare ourselves to everyone out there, but then we get here in person and we see that everyone is going through the same challenges. And we get to share that, and all of a sudden you feel seen. And there is something so special and unique about feminine energy and how we process emotions, how we process challenges, how we go through those things, and how we just need to take a little bit more time and see things from a perspective, from a bit of a different angle, rather than approaching everything from this rational, solution-oriented standpoint. And I think being able to recharge like that and step away from everything, just be in the sun, eat great food, exchange learnings, see how everyone else is doing it, what their process is. For example, for working with a client, what happened, what did they go through, how did they plan their shoot, to actually what happened mentally when they were editing that film and they were piecing together the final cut that we are now able to see, but they probably sat in front of that timeline for days on days, for hours upon hours, trying to figure out where to cut, what music to use, and all of those choices, where when you only consume content, you just see the final piece, you actually don't get to experience the process. And it's the same with life, and therefore being in person and being able to talk about openly about every shitty thing that we're going through, and then actually appreciating how there are parts of our life that are really amazing and that we should be grateful for, has been just extremely fulfilling and special for me and for the others.
Hi, Aya's vlog. I'm here doing fire watch, pretty much. I'm watching our gear. Everybody's in the grocery store. Just wanted to say, hey, surprise, Aya. I bet you weren't expecting to see this, but yeah, loving the trip, having a great time. Porto's beautiful. The weather's been great. You picked an amazing location. Everybody is just straight vibes. Everybody gets along very well, which is always amazing. And yeah, I really can't complain. Thank you for organizing this, and thank you for getting us all together. It's been a really great time, to say the least. But yeah, surprise. Hope you laugh when you see this.
There we go. Oh, guys, I can't even begin to express how happy I am. This weekend has been and still is one of the highlights of my year, if not my life. I feel at the right place with the right people. My heart's happy, and that feeling when you've just found your purpose and everything is just aligning, and life's giving you even more. Being with the girls here and everyone sharing what they're going through and talking about creativity, about our process. It's been just magical, and I feel so inspired, and I just wanna do it more.
Behind the scenes, I love that. So cute.
So, this is it. Final few hours of the retreat. It's been such a wonderful weekend. I still haven't begun to wrap my mind around it. I mean, if you've seen everything that has happened earlier in the video, you know what I'm talking about. But this whole weekend reminded me of a few very important things. And that is firstly that we as people crave human connection. And sometimes, most of the times, when we're just stuck working and in our routines, we forget what it is out there. We forget to share the hardships that we're going through, our process of how we exactly work on a project and all of those things. And being surrounded by other creative people has showed me and has reminded me again of the fun of the process. And it's okay to go through hard moments in life because, well, the only constant in life is change, right? So I've noticed in my life every time I get too comfortable and life just throws a curveball at me and is like, well, there you go. What are you gonna do with it? It's in our hands to decide whether we're gonna drown in our own misery or if we're gonna take it and be like, okay, I'm gonna go face that curveball, that fear, and I'm gonna conquer it and learn something new about me, about the world, and implement it in whatever it is that I'm gonna do afterwards. And I've recently noticed this big gigantic transformation from the first kind of video that I recorded when I was driving on my way here, and now my energy has completely shifted. It has transformed into something beautiful. And I feel excited again. I feel like I'm no longer stuck in those old patterns that I used to have. I feel free. And I no longer, I guess, care that much about all of those things that, let's say, I'm working on that I thought are so important. Like, that's the purpose of my life, right? Work. But I'm able now to see it through a brand new perspective. And with that being said, I've decided to challenge myself and also everyone here and you watching to find the fun in the process again. And especially if, you're trying to build a personal brand and if you're challenged of, facing the camera and talking to it because you have no idea what to say. You're seeing all of those people out there doing it perfectly with those beautiful formats of there, but also those blueprints of, yeah, you gotta have a hook in the first 3 seconds, you gotta provide value, you gotta have a CDA, you gotta edit for retention, and all of those rules, all of those blueprints out there. I challenge you to flip the script entirely. Don't forget, know everything that you know, but then do the exact opposite. I just want to document my life as if I'm like a character in my own documentary, like a TV series, and have fun. I don't care who is gonna watch. I want to do it for me and not in the quest of, immediately monetizing something, my audience through the content. No, fuck that. Just be you, show up on here, be vulnerable, be real. And yeah, I guess let's bring the old YouTube days back and let's see what happens. Peace.